Good morning. So today I'm going to be working on streamlining the data. It's where I left it off last stream. Basically, we want to recreate these sorts of analyses, but be able to change around the data set way easier. Here I colored the points according to who won the win versus the home team. I was wondering why that was different. I guess that's why. So we want spread swing last game on the x-axis. Right, okay. That explained our question from last time. So basically we want to do things like this, color it however we want, mess around with the data, look at subsets of the data. Okay, so let's go here. And actually I'm going to make a new file. Organized data. Let's call it organized data. Gotta make a new one, not open. Okay, and we're gonna put it here. File for organizing data for second analysis. And looking at previous spread swing. Looking at previous swings, spread, total, money line, looking at previous performance, so we want to see how they did in the game. We want to see how they did against the spread, and then we want to find performance against total, which is just an item from that'll be the same for each team in a contest. Okay, so let's look at here, figure out how do we read in the data. Alright, so first things first, let's bring pandas in, and then we're going to use pandas to read our data frame as PD. df equals pd.read CSV. No, it's Excel. Okay. Now, for row and df.iterRows, get previous spread swing. Just gonna lay it out here. So first we get the previous spread swing, then we get previous total swing for each team. Money line swing. Void differential. Okay. 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 So we have some functions here. Get last week's game, get last week's spread swing. That's kind of inefficient. So I guess we've got to put all this stuff in. Return the game from last week. Okay, now get last week's. Oops. Get last week's game. Get last week's spread swing. Okay, so we have get last week's game, get last week's spread swing, get previous total swing for each performance against spread. Okay, so we just made a variable for the home and away team. Now get previous spread swing. So we could just see for team and home, team, away, team. No. Alright. Get last week's spread swing of team for team and home team. Get previous total swing for each team, performance against spread. Get last week's spread swing, get performance against spread. Okay. Okay. Now we want the previous total swing for each team. Okay, let's just make a new function. Get last week's data. Alright, I have to think. Let's think. Oh, I forgot to pop out the chat window so I don't miss any chats on my stream that has 0 views. Wouldn't want to miss out on that. Alright, so get last week's data. I can't concentrate with this music. I need some different music. Ludovico Einaudi. He is the best. Alright, so get last week's data should return everything. So the first thing we do is data equals that. Now we have the data. Get last week's game. Return game row. So that's still useful for us. If get data is equal to true. So we're just going to add a boolean to run this because I didn't want to import the file and mess around with the functions a little bit. So here, make it so that doesn't run. Then let's go over here and we want to see what get last week's game looks like. Alright, so let's go open it up. Now we could say from organize data import get last week's game as G because that's too complicated. I don't want to type that whole thing out. Now G, we want to get, let's do Seattle. Let's do week 6 and let's do 2016 one. Now that, so now we have to read in the data frame. I forgot. Just make that default the data frame. Now exit and let's do the same thing. Cool. Couldn't find it. That's not a problem, I remember. Okay, Seattle week 6 year 2016. Why would that not be found? So let's go look at this, see if we could find it, figure out what the previous game should be. I don't want NFL NFL draft. We want NFL, 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 NFL. Okay. Stupid. Alright. Chiefs 2016. Good. Here's Seattle. Let's go to 2016, week 6. Previous week was a bye, so that's why we're not getting that. But we should have found this. Okay, so we're gonna print week to look for each time. Oh, is it because week 6 is a bye week? No, week 5 is a bye week. Okay, exit out of here. Run that again with the printing. Yeah, so first it's looking for week 5. Then it's looking for week 4. Okay, sorry, can't find week 5 data, that makes sense. Then it looks for week 4 and it should find that. See if we could find it in here. 2016. Week 4, and we want Seattle and the Jets. Yeah, so okay, that looks right. So we're just gonna do df dot where and here df dot away team is equal to do that whole thing. I don't know why that didn't copy. Okay, paste that in there. Alright, now year should be 2016. Week to look for should be 4. Home team is Seattle. Or away team is Seattle. DF isn't defined. Whatever. I don't know why that would be. Here we go. So we do get that. Now test df equals that. Yeah, so that works. Oh. But it gets New Orleans, Indiana. Why would that be? Where away team equals Seattle or home team equals Seattle and week equals 4 and year is 2016. Oh. Duh. Close that. Okay, so that gets the game. But for some reason we're ending up in this except loop. I have to go to the bathroom real quick, but let's go troubleshoot that right after. Okay, so our problem is that we're entering that except loop for some reason. I don't know why, but it's finding the game. So let's do let's add a boolean. Test get last week's game is equal to true, so we're gonna say if test get last week's game is equal to true, then we're gonna do the same command I did here. Okay, I'm gonna do get last week's game, Seattle, week 6, 2016, 1. What's the 1 again? Oh, Oh, duh, it works if I don't pass the 1. Never mind, it works. Get rid of that. Get rid of that because it works, and get rid of all that. Okay, never mind. The function works fine. Now, let's do, okay, oh, that's right. This should all just be one function. Define get previous data. Team, week, year, that's it, right? Team, week, year, yeah. Okay, so now we say get last week's spread string. So game row equals get last week's game of team, week, year. And then the conditions. Yeah, so we'll just do it for the game, which is easier. Okay, so now we want to look at the game row, figure out, so R is equal to that. So R, okay, so if team is equal to, if team is equal to game row dot away team. So if it's the away team, then game diff is equal to game row dot away score minus the home score. Gosh dang it. Just gonna have to index that differently. Away underscore team. Now game diff equals game row dot of, not dot, instead we'll do of away score minus game row of home score. Okay, so we've got the game diff. Now get previous spread swing. Swing is equal to game row of road close spread minus game row of home road open spread. Road close spread minus road open spread, and then total swing is equal to game row of closing total minus game row of opening total. Okay, so game diff, spread swing, total swing, and then PAS, which just means performance against spread. So that is equal to let's see, so if the spread is negative for the away team, then we're expecting, if the spread is negative, then we're expecting that team to win. So let's go here. So let's just do an example. Spread equals -6. Game diff is equal to, let's say the away team wins by 9. Now, the performance against the spread should be +3. So spread plus game diff. And then if the spread is 5, say, and then the game diff is you won by 3, then the performance against spread should be 8. Yep. So it should just be spread plus game diff. Okay, so performance against spread is equal to game row of road close spread. Okay, and then PAT for performance against total is game row of closing total minus game row of opening total. Okay. Is there anything else we need? Performance against spread, performance against total, point differential, money line swing, total swing, spread swing. Game diff, spread swing, total swing, money line swing is equal to game row, closing line, home close odds, home close odds minus home open spot, away close odds minus game row of away open odds. Okay, now if team is equal to game row of away team, then keys is equal to first team score. So the score of the team is the away score. Now opponent score is home score. Home score. And then spread swing open. No, this is too complicated, and it doesn't even make the code more efficient, it just makes it nicer to read. So let's just copy all this stuff. And change it around. Home score away score. Road close spread now becomes home close spread. Opening total, closing total, away close odds, home close odds. That becomes home close odds, and this becomes home close spread, and the total is the same. Oh, performance against total isn't that, it's not that. Add up the scores and subtract the total. Okay, performance against total. Very good. Okay, so that we could put outside because it doesn't make a difference. And same with that. And let's delete this line. Okay, now okay, so the first thing is game diff okay, then we want spread swing, get previous data, team week year. So this will return the data for the team's previous games. Okay, so spread swing is spread swing, and then we have money line swing is money line swing, and then we have performance against spread is performance against spread, and then performance against total is performance against total. So we have, do we have everything we want? Get rid of these. Keep that. Now we want spread total money line. So we have spread performance against previous swings. So money line swing, spread swing. Oh, didn't add in the other stuff. Total swing is total swing. Why? What is that? Oh. Okay, so we have spread, total, and money line swings. Money line swing, total swing, spread swing. And then we also have point differential and performance against spread and total. Performance against total, performance against spread, game differential. Cool. Now we just return dict. Now let's do test get previous data. Is equal to 1. Now if test get previous data is equal to true, then we're gonna say get previous data. Let's get it for let's just get 2007 week 8 Miami. Miami, let's go week 9, years 2007. So it should pull up the game we're looking at. So my data, our return data is equal to that. Then print return data. Okay, now let's just run the file. Organize data.py. Okay, good. So let's go look at what this returns. So we're looking for Miami. We want the previous spread data for week 9, so it'll give us Miami's week 8 game from 2007. Yep. So Miami week 8, 2007. The game differential. So the second team's the home team, second score's the home score. What? Oh no, second score's the away score. That's why it was confusing. So Miami home team, they had 10, the Giants had 13, so they lost by 3. That's right. Spread swing. Home open spread, home close spread. Okay. So if we go down to Miami week 8, 11 and 10, so the spread swing should be -1. Okay, money line swing is -70. Oh, 60. What? Oh yeah, so that must be the home one. Just to make sure that this is home. Money line, yep. Okay, money line swings right, then total swing. Oops. Okay, so total swing, performance against spread, and performance against total. This is a pain in the butt. Let's just get the first row so it's easy to look at. So let's get Indiana's previous game, week 2. Week 2, 2007. Okay, so Indiana is the home team. The point differential is 31. Yep. Spread swing is road open spread, road home open spread, home close spread, so like half a point. Yep. Money line swing is 15. Yep. 240. Minus 240 minus, I don't even know, but basically we're swinging from 240 to 225, so it's going up 15, so that's right. Total swing, so it should go up 2. Yep. Performance against spread, the spread was -6 and the point differential was 31, so they beat the spread by 25. Huh? Indiana beat the spread by 25. If the spread is -6 and the game differential is 31. Okay, so performance against spread is incorrect. Oh, because I didn't finish it. So it's home, road close spread. How did we do that again? Oh, it's just spread plus game diff. Spread plus game diff. Performance against spread, same thing here, plus game diff. Okay? Now save that. Good, now the performance against spread is 25, performance against total still minus 1.5, so it came in 1.5 under the total was 52.5, and the total was 51. Okay, so this functions correctly. Now we want to go through each row and get preview data for each team. Now we start with the home team, and then we'll do the away team. Oops, away team. All right, be right back. Okay, so go back here. Astor Gaming, hello. Hello, Astor Gaming. See, now I missed a chat again because I got too focused. Too focused and too much of a pessimist. Okay, so now we want to get the previous data for each team. And we want to go through each row, so get for row and df.iterrows. Now we want to do if row.week is equal to 2. Oh no, exit out of that. If row.week is equal to 2, we could just look at what it looks like there. So if row of week, if row of week is equal to 1, pass. Because there's no data to get, no previous data to get in the first week. Yeah, okay. Now, otherwise, home team, okay, so home team equals row of home team. Same thing for away team. And then we just want to get data. Week is equal to row of week, and year is equal to row of year. Okay. Now we want to say home data is equal to get prev data of team week of home team week year, and away data is equal to get previous data of away team week and the year. So that will read in our previous data for us. Now we just need to get save everything. So how do you add columns to a data frame? Let's okay. How to add columns to data frame without changing the data frame. I guess that's not gonna do anything for me. Yeah, I take that back. Let's just get every column in here. Actually, we could just use this. Okay. Now we're just gonna do every identifier here, every name, we're gonna make it an empty list. And then every unique value in here, we're also going to make an empty list. Then we're going to, every unique value in here, and there should be 2 times as many, one for the home teams and one for the away teams. Each one of those is going to be a list. And I'm adding all of those values to the list, and then I'm adding all of these values to the list, to their lists. And then once you have all of the lists, then you can make a data frame using a dictionary. So that's what I'm used to doing. So weeks, dates, away teams, home teams, home scores, away scores, road open spreads, road close spreads, home open. I feel like there's got to be an easier way to do this. Okay, now row. What is row? R equals cool. So now if we go to row, for row in df.iterRows, r.callNames, r.keys, what's that first value? 2483. Now what happens if we delete that and save it? I want to get rid of this unnamed 0 column because that's not a real column name we care about. So now R equals that, and then R dot keys. Cool. Now for C row in that, and then we say, and not just that, but we need to enumerate it. So for each enumerate, and then for each row in all of the rows, if we're looking at the first row, keys are equal to, we'll just call these original keys, are equal to R dot keys. And we want this to be a list, so I for I in, and that's not R, that's row. Okay, cool. Now, okay, I've got to leave soon to go do work, but okay, so we have the keys, now that we have the original keys, and then here we could say if so let's call this rows collected, make that 0, and then every time we go down into this loop, we're going to increment it. Rows collected plus equals 1. Now here, if rows collected is equal to 0, oh no, not there. If rows collected is equal to 0, then good. New keys oh man, okay, so that's here. If rows collected is equal to 0, new keys equals home data dot keys, and that will allow us to change around the values that are in here without having to change get data. Okay, so the next thing is to work on getting the keys. I didn't finish everything on this stream because I have to go to work, but thanks for watching. Hopefully tonight I'll be able to wrap this up and we'll have a nice data set we can work